Okay. Yeah. So what is the resistance to resorption of cementum? So resistance of cementum to resorption is more compared to that of bone. Okay. How does cementogenesis assist in the maintenance of width of the periodontal ligament? So cementogenesis assists in maintenance of the width of the ligament by probably by helping in in tooth eruption by deposition in the apical region. What is the purpose of continuous deposition? Continuous deposition of cementum is required for maintaining the for keeping the like structural apparatus intact. Attachment apparatus intact. Yeah. So continuous deposition of cementum provides new layers to keep the continuous deposition of cementum provides continuous deposition of cementum provides new layers to keep the attached. Continuous deposition of cementum provides new layers. Continuous deposition of cementum provides new layers to keep the attachment apparatus intact. What is cementum? Cementum is a calcified connective tissue that covers the anatomical root of the tooth. What is the function of cementum? When we talk about the attachments, provides a matrix or space for attachment of periodontal ligaments. Provides a medium for insertion of periodontal ligament fibers. Provides a medium. Cementum provides. So what is the function of cementum? Cementum provides a medium for attachment of periodontal ligament fibers. No, cementum does not undergo remodeling under normal circumstances. So the permeability of cementum is more than that of enamel. (50 microns). Cementum is thinnest at the cervical region of root with a thickness. So cementum is thinnest at the cervical region of root with a thickness of 50 thinnest. Okay. Cervical cementum is thinnest at the cervical region of tooth with a thickness of 50 micron. Because it is avascular and no nerve innervation. Most probably due to lack of nerve innervation. Cementum has a peripheral layer of cementoid which is covered by a layer of odontoblast and unmineralized core, central core. What is the composition of cementum? So composition. Cementum is composed of 45 to 55% of inorganic and 50 to 55% organic and water. What is the highest fluoride content mineralized structure of the body? Cementum. Cementum is the highest fluoride content mineralized structure. Fluoride is the highest fluoride content. Cementum. Cementum is the highest fluoride content mineralized structure of the body. Cementum is the highest fluoride content mineral structure of the body. What are the trace elements found in cementum? So what are the trace elements found in cementum? We have copper, iron, sodium, potassium, silica, potassium, magnesium, zinc, fluoride. So what are the trace elements? What are the trace elements found in cementum? We have copper, iron, silicon, sodium, potassium, magnesium, zinc and fluoride. So what are the trace elements found in cement? So we have copper and iron. So potassium and magnesium, silica and sodium, silica and sodium, zinc and fluoride. Type 1 and type 3 collagen. What is the primary collagen? So what is the primary component of collagenous matrix of cementum? What is the primary component of collagenous matrix of cementum? We have type 1 collagen is the primary component of collagenous matrix of cementum. What are intrinsic fibers of cementum? Secreted so collagen fibers secreted by cementoblasts is called so what are intrinsic fibers of cementum? Collagen fibers secreted by cementoblast. Collagen fibers secreted by cementoblast is called intrinsic fibers of cementum. Collagen fibers secreted by collagen fibers is secreted by cementoblast is actually called as intrinsic fibers. Collagen fibers secreted by periodontal ligament is called extrinsic fibers. Collagen fibers from outside the cementum. That is collagen fibers so we have collagen fibers outside the cementum is called extrinsic fibers. What is the diameter of intrinsic fibers of cementum? So 1 to 2 microns. 1 to 2 micron is the diameter of intrinsic 1 to 2 micron is the diameter of intrinsic fibers of cementum. 1 to 2 microns. 5 to 7 micron is the diameter of extrinsic fibers of cementum. So what is the diameter of intrinsic fibers of cementum? 1 to 2. What is the diameter of extrinsic fibers of cementum? 5 to 7 micron. What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous matrix of cementum? We have cementum derived attachment proteins. We have cementum derived attachment proteins. We have osteocalcin, osteonectin, fibronectin, tenoskin, alkaline phosphatase, alkaline. We have alkaline phosphatase. Then you have phosphoproteins like hyaluronase. Phosphoproteins like hyaluronase, chondroitin sulfate, heparin sulfate, and also some growth factors are also seen in. What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous? What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous matrix of cementum? Bone, sialoprotein and osteopondin. So bone. What are the major proteins? So what are the major proteins found in the what are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous Major proteins? What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous matrix of cementum? Bone, sialoprotein, and osteopontin are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous matrix of cementum. Where do cementum derived attachment proteins generally accumulate? In cement lines. Where do cementum derived attachment proteins generally accumulate? In cement lines and in the spaces among mineralized collagen fibrils. In the spaces among mineralized collagen fibrils and in cement lines, cementum derived attachment proteins in cement lines. Yeah. So in cement lines and in spaces among non-collagenous and spaces among mineralized collagen fibers, the cementum derived cement attachment proteins generally accumulates. Process of formation of cementum is called cementogenesis. So what is cementogenesis? Cementogenesis is the formation of cementum and it is a rhythmic process. Cementoblast. Cementoblasts that are derived from dental follicle of the tooth germ is responsible for cementogenesis. So what cells responsible for cementogenesis is cementoblast derived from a dental follicle. So derived from dental follicle of tooth germ. Cementoblast derived from dental follicle of tooth germ is actually responsible for cementogenesis. Non-collagenous matrix is actually responsible for initiation and maintenance, regulation of mineralization. What are some of the non-collagenous? We have the work cementum derived. Then osteonectin, calcin, fibronectin, tenoskin. We have alkaline phosphatase, phosphoprotein, also protein like hyaluronate, contractile sulfate, heparin sulfate, and some growth factors. Proteoglycan, hyaluronate. Continuous deposition of cementum is actually required for maintaining for keeping the attachment apparatus intact. What is the difference between pre-functional and functional stages? So during the pre-functional stages, major varieties of cementum are formed. That occur during root development. So what is the difference in pre-functional and functional stages of cementum formation? Pre-functional stage involves the formation of main cementum varieties. During root development, occurring during root development. What is the source of the dental follicle in tooth germ? What is the significance of the packing density of collagen fibrils cementum formation? What is the significance of packing density? What is the significance of collagen fibrils? What is the significance? What is the So what is the significance of packing density of collagen fibrils in cementum formation? The amount of collagenous proteins, non-collagenous proteins depends on the cementum types and with the speed of formation of the tissue and packing density of collagen fibrils. What is the significance? What is the significance of packing density of collagen fibrils in What is the significance of packing density of collagen fibrils in cementum formation? The amount of non-collagenous proteins depends on the amount of non-collagenous proteins depends on types of cementum types, and with the speed of formation cementum types, and with the speed of formation of the tissue and packing and with the the amount of non-collagenous proteins depends on the cementum types and with the speed of formation of the tissue and packing density of collagen fibrils. So what is the significance of packing density of collagen fibrils on in cementum? What is the significance of packing density of collagen fibrils in cementum formation? So the packing density, the amount of non-collagenous proteins depends on cementum types and the rate of formation of the tissue, and packing density of collagen fibrils depends on the speed of formation of the tissue. So it depends on the cementum types, speed of formation of collagen. Speed of formation of the tissue, it depends on the cementum types and the packing density of collagen fibrils. What is the function of cementum? Cementum provides a medium for attachment of periodontal ligaments. So cementum is the thinnest in the cervical region and it is about 50 microns. Cementum has the highest fluoride content mineralized structure. Highest fluoride content mineralized structure of the body is cementum. We have 45 to 55% inorganic and 50 to 55% organic and water. What is the primary component of collagenous matrix of the cementum? It is bone, protein and osteopondin. What is the primary component of the collagenous matrix of cementum? It is type 1 collagen. What is the primary component of the collagenous matrix of cementum? It is type 1 collagen fibers. What are the trace elements found in filament? We have iron, copper, potassium, magnesium, zinc, fluoride, sodium, silicon. What are extensive fibers? Extensive fibers are fibers formed outside the cementum. Collagen fibers. What are extensive fibers in cementum? Collagen fibers from outside from outside the cementum. That is collagen fibers outside the cementum. What is the diameter of intrinsic fibers in cementum? 1 to 2 microns. What is the biological responsiveness of cementum? The adaptive and reparative functions of cementum. So what is biological? What is the biological responsiveness of cementum? The adaptive and reparative functions of cementum are possible because of its. What is the biological responsiveness of cementum? The adaptive and reparative functions of cementum are possible because of its biological. What is biological responsiveness? Its adaptive and reparative functions are possible because of the biological responsiveness of cementum. What is intrinsic fibers of cementum? Fibers formed by collagen fibrils. Collagen fibers formed by cementum. Collagen fibers are formed by cementoblast. What is the diameter of extensive fibers? We have 5 to 7 microns. What is the two stages involved in cement formation? We have matrix deposition and mineralization. After deposition of radicular dentin, what happens to after deposition of radicular dentin? What happens to Hedwig's epithelial root sheath? So after deposition of radicular dentin, Hedwig's epithelial root sheath degenerates and loses continuity, exposing the newly formed dentin. What happens after the deposition of radicular dentin? It degenerates and loses. It degenerates and loses in continuity, exposing the newly formed dentin. What happens after the deposition of radicular dentin? What happens to the Hedwig's epithelial root sheath? It degenerates and loses its continuity and exposes the newly formed dentin. What happens when the cells from the inner part of dental follicle come in contact with the newly formed? When the cells from the inner part of the dental follicle come in contact with the newly formed dentin, what happens? The infiltrating dental follicle cells, okay, differentiate cementoblasts due to the inductive effect of dentin and or Hedwig's epithelial root sheath. What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous? What are the major proteins found in the non-collagenous matrix of cementum? We have bone cellular protein and osteobondin. What is cementogenesis? It is the process of formation of cementum, and it is a periodic process, rhythmic process. What do cementoblasts deposit? What is cementoblasts deposit onto dentin matrix? Collagen, which is the permit intermingling of fibers of these tissues. So why do the cementoblast deposit on dentin matrix? In the process of mineralization, permitting intermingling of fibers of the two tissues of these two tissues. In the process of mineralization, permit. So why do cementoblast deposit on dentin matrix? Prevent intermingling of fibers of the two tissues during mineralization. Cementoblast derived from the dental follicular tooth germ. What is the composition of cementum matrix? So we have extracellular proteins, non-collagenous proteins and collagenous proteins. So what is the composition of cementum matrix? It includes both collagen fibers and ground cells. What is the composition of cementum matrix? What is the composition of cementum matrix? It includes both collagen fibers and ground. What is the composition of cementum matrix? Contains both collagen fibers and ground substance. Where do cementum derived attachment proteins generally accumulate? Where do cementum derived attachment proteins generally accumulate? In the spaces between mineralized collagen fibrils and in the cementum lines. In cementum lines and in spaces between collagen fibrils, mineralized collagen fibrils. Yeah, in cementum lines and in spaces among mineralized collagen fibrils. What is the process by which cementoblasts deposit onto dentin matrix? Mineralization. Cementoblasts deposit onto dentin matrix. Cementoblasts deposit collagen onto dentin matrix, which is in the process of mineralization. Permitting, so cementoblast deposit collagen onto dentin cementoblast deposit collagen fibers onto dentin matrix in the process of mineralization. And this permit intermingling of fibers of the two tissues at the future dendinocemental junction. At the future dendinocemental junction. So what is the process of? What is the process by which the cementoblast deposit collagen fibers onto dentin matrix by the process of mineralization, which permit intermingling of fibers of the two tissues at the future cemento-dentinal junction. Dendinocemental junction. What is the difference between pre-functional functional stages of a cementum? During pre-functional stages, pre-functional stages is the process of formation of main cementum varieties. Pre-functional stages. Main cementum varieties occur during root development. So pre-functional stages refer to formation of main cementum varieties that occur during root development. Pre-functional stages include formation of main cementum varieties during root development. What is the source of cementoblast? Dental follicle tooth. What is the role of non-collagenous matrix proteins in the formation? They have got role in maintenance, initiation, and regulation of the mineralization. Non-collagenous proteins are deposited into spaces between the non-collagenous proteins. Okay, non-collagenous matrix proteins are deposited into spaces between the fibers of dentin matrix. So what is the role of non-collagenous matrix proteins in formation of cementum? So non-collagenous matrix proteins are deposited into spaces between the fibers of dentin matrix. Deposited into spaces between the fibers of the dentin matrix and cementoblast, allowing for the formation of cementum. So what is the role of non-collagenous matrix proteins in cementum formation? So non-collagenous matrix proteins are deposited into spaces between fibers of the dentin matrix and cementoblast, allowing for formation of cementum. Non-collagenous matrix proteins are deposited spaces between the fibers of the dentin matrix and cementoblast, allowing for the formation of cementum. Non-collagenous matrix proteins are deposited spaces between the fibers of the dentin matrix and cementoblast, allowing for the formation of cementum. What is the process by which mineralization? What is the process by which mineralization of cementum begins? Mineralization of cementum begins after some amount of mineralization of cementum begins after some amount of organic matrix has been laid down by deposition of so mineralization of cementum. What is the process by which mineralization of cementum begins? Mineralization of cementum begins after some amount of organic matrix has been laid down by deposition of some amount of organic matrix has been laid on by deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals in the form of plates. By deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals in the form of plates and spicules. So what is the process by which mineralization? What is the process by which mineralization of cementum begins? Mineralization of cementum begins by deposition of some amount of organic matrix by the deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals in the form of plates and spicules. So mineralization of cementum begins after deposition of mineralization of cementum. Mineralization of cementum begins after deposition of begins after some layer of organic matrix has been laid after deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals in the form of spicules and plates. So the mineralization of cementoblast begins after some amount of organic matrix has been laid out after deposition of hydroxyapatite. By deposition of mineralization of cementum begins after some amount of organic matrix has been laid down by deposition of hydroxyapatite crystals in the form of plates and spicules.